Welcome back, guys. We're continuing on with these Mechabellum 1v1 replays, and we have an interesting matchup next. So this is against one of the highest players that I've played against. Not sure if it's the highest, but definitely up there, top 5. And I'm going for Fang. Oh, I'm the red team, by the way. So I've got the red health bars. They've got the green. So I'm going for Fang and Phoenix with heavy armor. He's going for Sledge, Arc with elite specialist. He's bringing in a level 2 marksman. So I'm bringing in 2 more Fangs. So I'm just going for a Fang line to begin with. So I just get the placements a little bit mixed up. So I'm just going to have to reshuffle all of these Fangs around. So if you want to go for 5 units across with enough space for a giant in between, you want your first unit to be either in line with the outside of the tower or 1 space away from it. And I'm bringing in, I'm putting the Phoenixes at the back to make sure they don't overtake the Fangs. Putting them vertically so they don't fire at the same target. If you put them horizontally, then quite often they just double shot the same target, where vertically they don't shoot at the same time. Very close round 1. Looks like we're just going to edge it. So he's decided to go for the strike specialist. You will find that a lot of the high ranking players take this early on and then use it right towards the end of the battle. I've gone for the mass produced wasps. Now I am actually intending on using these as a screen for the Phoenixes, not just to sell, but I can always sell them in the future if I need to. So I'm just using them to screen the Phoenixes at the moment. So he's brought in 2 crawlers and another sniper. So the wasps are doing a pretty decent job of clearing up the crawlers and also screening the Phoenixes from the marksman fire. So the wasps were really decent there. Let's see if they take the towers. Doesn't look like it. We managed to protect the towers and we're going to win the round. Very nice. So he decided to skip, I decided to go for the missile strike. So I'm just trying to keep the pressure on him with a missile strike. Probably aimed it a little bit bad there, but he didn't have the Mustangs out at the time, so I wasn't to know where he was going to put them. So I'm bringing in a couple more Phoenixes I'm obviously going for a Phoenix build. So let's see how this gets on. We wiped out all of the crawlers, half of the Mustangs and the sniper there, so a very nice missile strike. So the Wasps are dying to the Mustangs, but they are buying time. So surprisingly, we did actually win that round, but we used a missile strike, so things aren't going to be quite so good for us in the next round. So there's a couple of different choices here. Obviously Intelligent Marksman's good. It's a supply specialist I wouldn't bother with personally, but it can be good if the match goes on until like round 9, round 10. Haste module can be good if you put it on a decent unit, but I decided to go for the Vulcan's Descent to try and put pressure on them, and because I'm expecting him to bring in more Mustangs. So the Vulcan will deal with the Mustangs and potentially threaten the tower. So I'm just leveling up the Wasps and bringing in 2 more Phoenixes. So I'm making it very obvious what my plans are, which is a Phoenix build. So it should be relatively easy for him to counter this, but I will pivot eventually. So the Vulcan did a good job at distracting one of the squads of Mustangs, and he's taken out an Arclight as well. So the Mustangs are doing a decent job against the Fangs, against the Wasps now, which is going to make life very difficult for our Phoenixes. We've taken out the tower. That'll buy us a little bit of time to do a bit more damage. It's not going to win us the round. So he's going to take the other tower now. But the Vulcan's got quite a lot of health, so he might be able to thin the herd out a little bit, reduce the amount of damage that I receive. Sniper's doing quite a lot of damage to him. But we've taken out some more Mustangs. And we took out an Arclight as well, so not too bad. Obviously that cost us quite a lot of money to use that drop. So what next? I've gone for the extended range Stormcaller. He has also gone for the extended range Stormcaller. So I'm going to start to pivot to Stormcallers now probably. No, I'm not. I'm just using it as a potential threat for the future. And it looks like he is doing the same as well. He's bringing in Phoenixes of all things. That does surprise me. So let's see how these Vulcans get on. They haven't got any tech at the moment. I haven't got any tech on anything at the moment. So the Vulcans are doing a good job at thinning out the crawlers. But now they're up against sledgehammers. This Vulcan's taking a lot of heat. So he's died to the Mustangs. And that was quite a brutal round for us. So we're going to need to do something to change things up now. So he's gone for the extra attack damage. The item, I should say. And I decide to skip. So let's see we put the item on. He hasn't put it on anybody yet. Right, let's see. What do I decide to do? So he's bringing in Stormcallers. He's probably going to put the item on the Stormcallers. I'm putting the Missile Strike here to help deal with the Mustangs and the Sniper. It won't kill the Sniper, but luckily he's put the Stormcallers right there as well. So I'm bringing in 2 more Vulcans and I'm putting the Incendiary Bomb on them. So my plan here is to saturate the entire battlefield with flames. So that is what my strategy was. Use air units so they're immune to the flames on the ground, and saturate the battlefield with flames. Let's see how it works out. So the flames are doing a very decent job, taking out virtually all of the Mustangs. Vulcan's doing a good job of tanking. One of them's died, but everybody else is still alive. And the Phoenixes are cleaning up. We've got the tower. So that was a very, very sharp turnaround from the previous round. We lost heavily in the previous, and then we won heavily in that one. So let's see what this next round holds. So Orbital Javelin is good against giants, obviously, but I've spread mine out, so he can only hit 1 if he chooses that. Now I decide to go for the parasitic ammo. This is a dumb choice. Really dumb choice. There's no point in going for parasitic ammo if you're burning the floor. So that was a terrible decision. And he's gone for the shield airdrop, which is what I should have gone for. So let's have a look. There are no flanks to speak of from either side. I've decided to employ some Stormcallers. So I expected him to put shields down everywhere because of my incendiary bomb tactic. So I decided to bring in Stormcallers to deal with the shields. I've given them extra range as well, just so they can fire immediately. See if I can take out the shields before the Vulcans fire their bombs. So I've put a crawler here to distract their Stormcallers. That's his only job. I could have mobile beaconed, but I was too busy spending my supply on other things. I've had to burn supply just to level up 2 more Phoenixes. So let's see what happens here. He's decided to go for the Missile Interceptor, which has done a fairly decent job, but not good enough. Still managed to burn the floor in a lot of areas. Let's have a look, see how we get on against these shields. So yeah, the Missile Interceptor did not quite get the job done for him, but he has taken out 3 of the Vulcans. But we've taken his tower now, and his Mustangs are going to be busy firing at our Stormcaller shots. Down go all of the shields, and down go all of the enemies. Is this enough to win the round? It is. So there we go, a rapid turnaround. In round 5 we had a crushing defeat, and things were looking rather terribly. But I stuck to the strategy. The strategy was air units and incendiary bomb, and it worked really, really well. So I don't know how well this strategy would fare against a different army comp, but it worked incredibly well against this one. So it might be one of them that I want to try again, see if I can get it to work again. But yeah, a decent victory against a high-ranking player. So I was quite happy about that one. So, hope you enjoyed it. Cheers for watching, take care, and I shall see you soon.